Well, there are certain projects that have been bandied around, ideas that have been around for a long time, and this is one of them. I like, as you might have gathered, certain iconic English characters, but I don't think anyone else is necessarily interested in a retelling of the same narrative. So as long as you can hold on to the essence of the story, thereafter it's about dressing it up in a form that I think is accessible to a contemporary audience. Well, this was all about Arthur's journey, and it's only at the end where we reveal the round table. We thinned out some of the characters just because you only got 2 hours to tell this story, and if you one of the problems with Excalibur, that was made in the 80s, I think, early 80s or 79 or something, is that it was too congested. The narrative was too congested. So what we did was we thinned it out so you can just follow a story of Arthur's ascension, as it were. And that was plenty to be dealing with. It's peripherally connected to some of the iconic characters, but really we've left them for another time. Charlie's enthusiasm primarily, he was so keen that he should make manifest eloquently this role, and then when you find out his lexicon of talents, he worked on a TV series for 7 years, which gives birth to a whole new breed of discipline and technical understanding of acting. So he's very easy to work with. We had a shorthand with one another, and he and I were on the same frequency. I mean, we recreated Londinium as authentically as we could have done to the historical blueprints. We then augmented it somewhat, but it's one of the origin stories of the UK. It's primary mythology, and I think everyone can relate to that. Well, I spent 3 years on the score. The score was the very thing that bridged the old world to the new world. So, in order to tip your hat at the antiquity of the myth, the music, one of the songs we used, 1,200 years old, and then it's a reinterpretation of that song. But as I say, the score was a fundamental component. That was the thing that sort of fused the two worlds. Yeah, my idea, it's if I was going to the cinema, it's what I'd want to see. And I think if you like my stuff, then you'll like this. I mean, it's in kin with that frequency. It's a frequency thing, really. I don't know how many people like it over the age of 60, but it rattles along at quite a pace. But that's the way I sort of do things, if you know what I mean. Yeah, got fed up with him being a good guy. It's about time he played a bad guy.